is impossible to become a good worshiper with a bad memory. And when I say bad memory, I'm not referring to memory loss physically that you can't control. I'm referring to memory loss spiritually that you can control. I'm not referring to physical forgetfulness. I'm referring to spiritual forgetfulness, which is an infection of entitlement that breeds amnesia about the great things God's done in the past because he's not doing what we want him to do in the future. And this is why I would argue that every serious saint should embrace a theology of remembrance. And the theology of remembrance is the notion that strategic recall is a divine attribute of God, and it should be a spiritual discipline for humans. God strategically recalls. God sovereignly selects what he chooses to remember. God engages in sovereign selectivity when he chooses what he remembers. God engages in sovereign selectivity when it comes to choosing what he remembers. The only people that shouldn't be shouting should be people that's never done anything you want them to forget. I'm going to this side over here. But there are some people who've done some things in their life, and they are grateful for the scriptural truth that he will remember our sin no more. As one adage says, he will take my sin, cast it into the sea of forgetfulness to remember it no more. It doesn't mean God can't remember. It means God chooses not to deal with you based on what he decided to forget. It speaks to an eternal expungement, not just of your record, but of God's memory. It speaks to his commitment to engage in what we would call mercy, where he interrupts his own law of sowing and reaping.